We're again right in time, and I'm really excited to introduce the last but not least speaker of this slot. She's a female founder, which is quite a big topic, female founders these days. And she just told me that the text she's gonna present us is really special to her. I'm not sure what exactly it's about. I just know that it's gonna be emotional and that she will be talking about her vision. So I would really like you to welcome with me Charlotte Richter.
Thanks a lot. So, technical problems. Hi everyone. So yeah, for me it's really a great pleasure to be here today. I have to excuse myself in the very beginning of this talk. You know, when I was 16, I was working in a restaurant as a waitress. Maybe some of you did that as well. And my biggest aim was always to remind every order that was made by like I didn't make any notes at all. So and today my aim is always to speak freely to audiences, and especially when I pitch my startup, it's always free speech. But this talk is different to me, and that's why I have to ask for some, or I have to excuse myself because I'm using some paper while I'm talking to you. So I know that you guys know normally this talk is called 12 Minutes Me, and you probably always focus on the 12 in the title, 12 Minutes Me. You know what it means. It means like 12 minutes of inspirational talk, and in these days it means like something about topics or something in the topics in the field of digitization in society. And but today or right now I want to focus on the me in the 12 Minutes Me title. Even though I will surely stick to the time frame right now, I will put the me in the center, and you might now think, okay, wow, what a narcissistic personality she has. But I will not only talk about myself, I will also talk about the pleasure and tragedy of having a vision. So it's not only about me, it's about something that really has my interest. Is the question of what drives people, what moves them, and what do they do, why do they do what they do, and why there are some people out there moving faster or longer or stronger than others. So to put this first, what is my vision? My vision is a new way of entertaining millennial women. With a product, which is a video publisher with a video-only platform. It's sort of a small Netflix, but entertaining through non-fiction, not with fiction, not with series and films, but with magazines, talks, shows, and short docs. And this product is called the DISTRIQT. It's a safe environment for substantial entertainment. The DISTRIQT with a Q. So if anyone of you is on Instagram and wants to see how we're building the brand and the community, follow us. So I have a strong belief, and that one belief is smart people need smart input. And my aim is to give millennial women entertainment that is beyond the usual lifestyle, fashion, beauty content, which is mostly out there. And it's about inspiring through substantial content with topics that interest them and that gives additional value to their lives. For a subscription fee of $4.99 per month, the DISTRIQT will offer them full original entertainment. We have free genre, edutainment, emotainment, and socialtainment, and it's ad-free, and it's entertainment for mobile and desktop, and with shows between 3 and 30 minutes. So we haven't launched yet. So this is, you're diving into my journey now. Why do I believe in the need for such a product? So we have come to a new era of entertainment, and so we need solutions to get in touch with the people out there. We need to encounter our audience on a new level. One thing is for sure, everyone wants to be entertained. So from my point of view, it's the media industry's duty now to create new products, new formats, and new relating business models. Or one could say, like, looking at me, these days the startup's duty is to confront the industry with new, funky, innovative, and some sort of radical ideas. So coming back to the title, It's a really glorious moment when an idea arrives. I guess some of you know this feeling. It's this clear feeling of having found something very precious. And when I had this moment back in 2017, I was thinking, oh wow, yeah, okay, cool. This could be something. It was a clear pleasure, this moment. Seeing and feeling something that is missing in society in this crazily, fastly moving digitization process in society, and especially in this German media industry, desperately trying to reach audiences. I told myself, okay, TV is dying, like slowly, really slowly. It's a tough one, but surely. Why don't we take this as a chance? Why is the industry, from my point of view, more or less resigning? Why are we thinking, oh yeah, let these super huge SVOD players take the whole market and take it for themselves? So, in a world full of ideas and people who develop and try to execute ideas, why should I, Charlotte from Hamburg, have an idea, a vision of something that can change the way of women in Germany are entertained these days and that can evolve into a successful business case? So let me try to give you an answer to this question that even a narcissistic person like myself asks myself sometimes. And an idea is an impulse. A vision dives deeper. It's an instinct that evolves out of a deeper understanding of what moves society, a target group, or what moves an individual. Someone who has a vision strives for the execution of his or her work. So vision really challenges the person holding it. It also drives them. It drives one throughout the whole way of building a product in the startup world, through moments of hilarious founder pleasure and success, and through awful founder's tragic. So back in 2017, when I started concepting this really rough vision into something more concrete, the first draft was far away from being like a pitch deck, and it was far away from presenting a business case. I don't know, somehow I managed to surround really intelligent people with me who believed in me and the vision and supported me with their time and their expertise. I managed to build a team and around a young, freshly founded company. And I managed to receive first funding. So far, so good. But where has this journey taken me and the product? Definitely to many pleasure moments, and definitely to many tragic moments. Let's have a blink on them. From the beginning on, I put a lot of pressure on myself and also on my social network, especially financially. I had to ask for money. I had to rent out my apartment, and I worked night shifts in the radio station. To me, this is not really tragic, but it's tiring, actually. What is tragic is when you lose a co-founder. That is really, really hurtful, and this happened to me. And as every startup founder, I meet people who don't believe in the product. Or let me put it different. I meet people from the industry who are maybe insecure and have given up on trying to reach this audience, who don't want to take a risk. And that's, for me, from a founder perspective, that is truly tragic. Some are general thoughts about the tragic part of having a vision. Not everything related to a vision has, let's say, a logically derived argument. Something that feels unnatural to the vision will become very difficult to execute. This phenomena can slow down your speed of execution. And what is really bad, when you somehow lose the connection to your vision, for some time you feel very insecure. You feel like a fish out of water. And people who are building a product based on vision, I guess they tend to be idealistic. So what would be the pleasure part? People who are building a product based on a vision tend to be idealistic. It's good and bad at the same time. And the pleasure part surely is, you always know why you're doing this. It drives you. There is an inner power, and it's conviction of which you execute. In my case, it is the product that I'm convinced of, that the world needs, that society needs, that millennial women, the target group need, especially in these times of female social movement. The vision also makes you feel safe in bumpy times of struggle. You have something to rely on, and it's an inner corrective that knocks from the inside and reminds you of what it has to be when you lose track. And actually I forgot one more tragic fact, but I can turn it into a pleasure one. Building something like the DISTRIQT in times like these, full of despair concerning media, takes a hell lot of time. And the worst thing is, everyone out there has always more time than you have, or like I have. So, but the resume that I always make to this, and that I will always stick to, is most people overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate what they can do in a decade. And I'm here for the decade run, so that's truly a pleasure. And here we have another tragic moment. For some people it might be a pleasure that I'm finishing off before the 12 minutes stops, but for some it might be tragic, so I'm happy to be here and yeah, to discuss questions if you have any. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to share your vision and also your emotions, your story with us. I think it's like you can see many people came, so it seems to be a topic which everyone like has a connection to, and I'm also sure that also you have some questions about it, because I think we all know the moment that we have this vision, and it's sometimes hard, as you said, when you, how did you say it, when you lose the connection,
yeah,
that you feel like a fish without water.
Yeah.
I think there is no one who can do not have these feelings or does not know these situations. So I just wanted to ask my first question, but
Go
I
ahead.
see that also Dirk has one.
The question would be, is a vision for you and your understanding something that is very static and that you always come back to, or is it more a liquid thing that you constantly adapt to the surroundings that you are in?
I think it has a static core. That is, but maybe it's undescribable. It's really that is the surrounding is liquid. So the core is maybe the deeper meaning of it, and everything else is progressing through. I mean, in the process of building a product, you always like what is it called? In German it would be du prallst links gegen die Leitplanke und rechts gegen die Leitplanke, and you're always trying to find the way that goes directly to, in our case, in launching the product. But yeah, there is a stable core to it, and that is really, I think, something that gives you security. But everything else is totally, I mean, it's totally also up to what is the reflection in society, what is your user research doing, what are the people telling you? I mean, it's not only the vision person's emotion going into something like entertainment, it's also what is everyone else's thoughts and feelings and what has to be covered. Yeah.
Thanks.
I would like to come back to the fish example.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us when did you have this situation that you really felt lost, and what did help you to come over it?
I feel that's interesting, because it's always in my position, it's always switching between the business side and the creative side. So when I'm always running the business run and I'm doing the business case pitch and telling investors, wow, yeah, you should really invest in this because this case is like this and that, then I somehow lose a bit of the connection to my creative side. So, but I think this can be something that you learn. I'm actually in the process of learning it. When do I put out the creative part and when do I put the business part out? But that really, in the beginning, made me feel struggle, because I was always like, okay, bumping around, thinking, okay, investors saying this and that, employees saying this and that, And but we still have to build the product, and somebody has to think, okay, what is the DNA of this? What is the content? How do we produce it? And what is the author or the director who's asking for some sort of sparring needs it? So this is when I sometimes felt like the fish out of water, because I couldn't give everyone, especially me, what it needed what needed at that time. Yeah.
All right. I just saw there's one more question.
Hi, thank you for sharing your such personal journey with us here with an open heart. I want to ask you if, because you say your product changed a lot in the last 2 years, is it the pain, the problem statement that changed, or is more like the implementation that changed?
No, it's not the actual product is not changing, but it's like the product is sort of stable. It always has been the same business model on subscription. It always has been free channels on an on-demand or SVOD platform. So, but the inside, I mean, all the originals that are developed by the team, they change because in non-fiction you have to really stick to the pulse of what is going on in society. So last year we did a show about financials and women, and maybe next year this is nothing, or this is something that is not really their topic as much as it was last year anymore. So this is always something that is really liquid in a way, because I mean we have to be reactive, and entertainment is always a reflection and mirroring of something that is happening in society and what people are demanding. So now our huge topic is all about sustainability, about the social movements going on of people honestly wanting to greenwash themselves and stuff like this. You know, this is something that in our content creation room we're discussing all the time, because we think, okay, we have to deliver something for this sort of topic. So yeah, but the product, that has been, I mean, there has been a name change, but I mean that, I guess that happens to like every second startup, and but yeah, apart from that, no.
I'm sure that you will be around, so if there are any more questions popping up later, I'm sure you can still talk to our speakers, also after the official questions and answer rounds. So yes, I want to also give you one more. We really appreciate that you came and for your time preparing this like very emotional speech. And yes.
Now get drunk.
Maybe